Imagine it's the middle of summer, a real scorcher. The year is 2050, the morning news says school is cancelled because of extreme heat. Air conditioner humming, running overtime to keep the house bearable. Running errands becomes risky. The pavement can burn a dog's paws or even the soles of your shoes if you stand still too long. This isn't sci-fi. For many, it's already real. Heat waves are more frequent, more intense, and lasting much longer. Scientists predict by 2050, many regions could see 9,180 days of extreme heat per year. That's tons of cancelled plans and major strain on communities. Your body has a truly brilliant built-in system for managing temperature. Think of it like a sophisticated thermostat for your house, but way more complex and located right in your brain. This command center is a small region called the hypothalamus. When your body starts to get too warm, whether from exercising or just from a hot day, the hypothalamus springs into action. It sends a signal to the blood vessels near the surface of your skin. Those vessels dilate, a process called vasodilation. As warm blood nears the surface, heat radiates into the air, especially if the air is cooler. The hypothalamus also activates your sweat glands. They start producing sweat, mostly water and a little bit of salt. So, your body's cooling system of sweating and radiating heat works wonderfully, but only under the right conditions. Sweating. For heat to radiate away from your skin, the surrounding air needs to be cooler than your body. And for sweat to evaporate, the air needs to be dry enough to accept more water vapor. What if the air is just as hot as your body, or even hotter? Radiating heat away becomes impossible. Your body might even start absorbing heat from the air. Humidity is the amount of moisture or water vapor already present in the air. If the air is very humid, it's like a sponge that's already soaked. It can't absorb much more water. When you sweat in a highly humid environment, the sweat just sits on your skin and can't evaporate. Scientists measure this combined effect with the wet bulb temperature. Wrap a wet cloth around a thermometer bulb. When your body's cooling systems are pushed past their limits, things can start to go wrong, and it often happens in stages. The first warning sign might be heat cramps, painful involuntary muscle spasms. This happens because you're not just losing water, you're also losing salts and minerals called electrolytes. If you ignore cramps and continue to exert yourself, the situation can escalate to heat exhaustion. You might feel dizzy, weak, and nauseous. Your skin could be cool and clammy even while you feel hot inside. This is a critical moment. Stop what you're doing, get to a cool place, and rehydrate with water or an electrolyte drink. Heat exhaustion requires attention. If untreated, it can worsen. The most severe stage is heat stroke, when core temperature soars to around 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or higher. A key sign is that the person may stop sweating, their skin becomes hot, red, and dry. They may be confused, disoriented, or lose consciousness. At this point, internal heat damages cells and vital organs, brain, heart, kidneys, and emergency care is required. The science is clear, extreme heat is a serious challenge, but the good news? Knowledge gives us power. The most important rule is, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Avoid sugary drinks and alcohol. If you sweat a lot, consider a sports drink or electrolyte tablet. Use air conditioning if you have it. If not, spend the hottest parts of the day in cool public places. Libraries, community centers, malls. Take cool showers, wear lightweight, loose, light-colored clothing and wide-brimmed hats. Look out for each other. Check on neighbors, especially older adults and people with chronic illness. Recognize signs, confusion, dizziness, stopped sweating. Help them to a cooler place and call for medical help immediately. A 1 or 2 degree rise in average global temperature may sound small, but it means more frequent and intense heat events. Taking care of our planet is taking care of ourselves. Planting shade, supporting cooling infrastructure, and community preparedness matters. It changes our lives, but small actions, preparedness, and looking out for each other can save lives.